like a lot of people died. That was crazy. Like they literally blew up a bomb in the middle of all this crowd.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so many people died. It would have been crazier if it was like rated R and you saw like bodies and shit. But
I mean, you saw a body fly.
You did see bodies fly, but I wanted to see like a body with no leg, like fly through the air. You know,
this thing is violent.
I wanted to see like someone's head just fly off the fucking.
We out here chasing dreams, trying to catch them like receivers. Heavy on the grind, trying to turn you to believers. Yeah, we see you hating from the bleachers. Coming with the gas, hot and ready, little Caesars.
What it do, people? I'm hype because we just watched. Oh well, first, what's up, guys? ABOV The Multiverse podcast.
Yeah.
Avery Harden, Adrian Blest, and bro. Okay, we're gonna get right into this because I've been wanting to talk to Avery about Secret Invasion for like a couple days now, and then we just finished watching the breakdown, and there's so many things that I didn't even realize in the show that it's so okay.
Yeah, this show is really good.
It's really fucking good, bro.
Yeah.
This is like the MCU that I love.
Yeah,
you know?
I came in and I was like, okay, we back. We back. We back, baby. We
and
back.
Samuel L. Jackson's like the perfect person to do it with because like he's so good, bro.
Yeah.
He's so good.
100%.
Like, I loved every like part of it, but yeah, man. Like let's get into it. Like the first episode of Secret Invasion premiered. If you guys don't know what that is, essentially it is it's a Marvel TV show, right, on Disney Plus. And it's about Nick Fury coming back to Earth to help out with the Skrull invasion. If you don't know what a Skrull is, then I can't help you. You need to fucking watch the MCU.
You are far
way
behind.
Way behind.
Yeah.
But in Ms. Marvel, the Skrulls were introduced. They're in the comics. They're one of the biggest like threats. There's like a whole.
You said Ms. Marvel. Captain Marvel. Sorry, Captain Marvel. It's one of the bigger threats in the Marvel universe throughout the comics and throughout the like TV shows and stuff. Well, they haven't really done too many TV shows with it, I'm not gonna lie. After this episode, I realized how like powerful these dudes are.
Okay, I thought the same thing. I just thought the same thing.
I was like Talos and whoever else was there. I was like, all right, they cool.
Yeah.
But like when I see the main character, when I see him, I'm like, oh dang.
Yeah, it's really crazy to think about because like. This episode, it was so well done, but it was also so creepy. Like, especially watching back the breakdown and stuff, I was like, throughout the episode when he's like switching to different people, I'm just like, dude, it was shot so well, but it's also like, damn, bro, like these can be anybody at any time, any place, anywhere. Like, they're constantly like the one thing that I didn't catch the first time watching the episode that I just caught now is how close they were to Nick Fury the whole time. Yeah. Right? It's like he's walking, but and it's weird too because I think the show, if you've been an MCU fan as long as us, like I think throughout all the stuff Nick Fury always seems like he's 2 steps ahead.
Yeah, he knows what's up. Like
he always knows what's up.
He was the guy. Like Nick Fury was the guy that knew how to solve the problems.
Everything. And even in like the cartoons and in the comics and stuff, like he has clones of himself where he basically he can never die because he'll send out like a clone of himself or he'll send out something else, a version of himself or a robot of himself or something. So every time you think that he dies, he doesn't die because he's never actually there, but he's always there. Yeah. It's like some weird shit. So Nick Fury's always on. So this show is interesting because you're seeing Nick Fury like almost 2 steps behind, which is kind of crazy to think about.
You know what? I might be jumping the gun here, but I'm not jumping the gun here because nothing's happened that I will be ruining it for you. I think because it's crazy because what's after this? What's next after this? Loki, but like right after Loki is
the Marvels.
And I'm thinking, like, I love shows like this because it's so unpredictable. Now it's super unpredictable because you're like, okay, would it be him or can it be a Skrull? And would Skrulls be the next big bad next to whoever else is the big bad? Like Gravik could probably like win in this show, and then he's just be like he's helping whoever else is the big bad. Yeah, like that could be a thing. And Nick Fury and everybody else in the MCU is like, yo, is that a Skrull? Which would make it even more interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Because right here, I'm just like, oh snap! Like,
because everything moving forward, like. anyone could be a Skrull at any moment. And we're only one episode in, so we don't know how it's playing out. But this first episode was amazing, and to think that like at any moment, like what if King is a Skrull? You know what I mean? Like the King that we see, like anybody, Loki, anyone could be a Skrull at any moment, and it's just like fuck. And what's crazier is in Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel, in Captain Marvel, they show the Skrulls taking human form, right? They see a human, they're able to like replicate them and become that person. And they also show in Captain Marvel where they're scanning Carol Danvers' memories, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like looking at it, and I didn't put that technology together. And then the way that they show it in this one is really cool. Is like he clones himself, like he replicates the human, but then they also use that technology stuff to the mind thing to like scan their mind too. Yeah. So now not only do they know they know everything that person knows. So it's like there's no way to tell the person apart.
I mean, it's crazy. What I think is crazy is the Agent Ross thing.
Yeah, that's a good twist,
crazy because
bro.
it's like if they don't. Or they didn't say, like, they might have his body and they might be doing a thing, but, like, if they don't, like, how did he know so much?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know so much? And, like, I mean, I guess you could do your homework and do your research, but, man,
he definitely has to come back in another episode. I bet you they have him somewhere. Or maybe, I don't know.
No, because
they were saying that he'd be in Wakanda.
Yeah. No, he's definitely not coming back. He's not coming back. It was one of those things where they just, like, teased us a little bit.
And it's interesting too because leading up to this show, the trailers and stuff, they show him. So I thought he was going to be a major play. That's what's like, me and Avery have talked about this all the time, where it's like, you know, a show is good when like a main character is killed off and you're just like, holy shit, like I didn't expect that person to die. That's how I felt with Everett Ross, right? I saw him in the trailers and I thought, okay, this is a show about Nick Fury, Maria Hill, and Everett Ross, right? I thought it was them three. They literally killed the two people in the first episode.
And I was gonna say that, bro. When Maria Hill died, so I thought she was a Skrull, and I was like, oh yeah,
she's gonna turn,
get her, and then it's like, no, it's really her.
Turn,
I'm like, oh, no, because it's like this is somebody like, and it was so. The crazy thing about it is like, shout out to Marvel, shout out to Kevin Feige, man. I see y'all out there, man. It's crazy because we done fell in love with this character, and you offed her like that in the first episode of this joint.
Yeah,
and it's like, bro, like, how you gonna do that to us, bro? Like,
and it's making me hella paranoid with this show too. I noticed because I watched it at midnight when it came out, and I was sitting there and I was really engaged, and I could tell like Kat was like, because Kat was on her phone like on the other couch, and she was like looking at me, and she was like, "Is the show good?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's really fucking." I'm like, I was in it. I was like, "Don't talk to me." Or like I was in it, and it makes me paranoid because I'm like thinking, I'm like, wait, like you can't trust anybody on this show. Like you don't know anything. Even like I'm over here like questioning, are we even watching Samuel Jackson? Is that really Nick Fury?
Yeah.
Or are we watching a Skrull impersonate? Like, you know, like it's.
Yeah. I think for sure that's Nick Fury because.
Is it?
No, it has to be.
What if a Talos and like him because. What if he's still on? I don't know. Like I'm just so like there's so many things where I'm like, is it him? Or what if he's still on short and it's another Skrull impersonating?
Me personally, I think Talos is a Skrull, like the bad Skrull.
Yeah, I was thinking too. Like even Talos. What if that's not the actual Talos that we know? It's a different Talos impersonating.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like because you know one thing in the trailers that got me. Especially after watching the breakdown, is that scene where they turn into graphic. Dude.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, bro, like if he could do that, bro, this dude's dangerous, bro.
That is one of the craziest scenes.
This dude's dangerous.
That was the scene that got me too for this show. Like, and you know what's funny?
And I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna hold that to the last episode.
Well, yeah, maybe the next episode because Gravik and Everett Ross are getting Talos and Gravik are getting closer to. I don't know. I feel like the one thing that's like, oh God, this show's so good.
This is what
the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn, this show's so good, bro. Like, it's so good.
What I think is gonna happen is I think this is just my prediction. I think that Nick Fury, this is Nick Fury, and I think Talos is a bad Skrull, and I think the daughter Gaia is gonna help Nick Fury, and she's gonna become like an Avenger type girl,
which is interesting too, because I mean it is, and that's a good theory because
shout out to her. She bad.
Yeah, that's Emilia Clarke. So
Baddie.
That's a major actress. That's like an A-list actress. So they're not gonna get her to just play this little part in here. Like she's in the MCU. She's in the MCU now. You know what I mean? So I think, and what's crazy, and we haven't even gotten to that, dude. This is we're barely scratching the tip of this series. This whole thing is leading up to Super Skrulls, which is in the comics. Super Skrulls are able to like not only replicate the look of of superheroes, but they're like down to they can replicate them down to their DNA, so they can copy their powers.
Oh snap! So do you think that's gonna happen in this?
Oh, for sure.
In this season.
In this season, for sure.
Okay.
And for sure, like they're gonna.
Who do you think?
Because I saw there's in the trailer, there's a part where Gravik he like stretches his arm out like Mr. Fantastic and like stretches all far.
Do you think Mr. Fantastic is going to be introduced in this?
That'd be fucking crazy. That'd be really fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. They have to mix in some people because even like, dude, I don't trust anybody on this show.
Yeah.
I'm taking everything anyone says with a grain of salt, which is like that's how God, this show's so good, bro. Because this is what I've been missing with Marvel, right? These Marvel things, like the reason we fell in love with Marvel is because like there's twists and turns that you don't know is happening, and like things catch you off guard, and I feel like the last few Marvel things have been kind of predictable besides like Spider-Man, even Black Panther, like we kind of knew Shuri was going to be Black Panther, you know what I mean? It was kind of predictable. This is one of those shows where we're at it again where it's like, damn, like what's happening? What, like where's this going? Like what's happening? Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? Like is the things that they're showing us, can we even trust that that's even what's really going on? Like even like Nick Fury talking to that chick, the MI6 chick, the British girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, is she a Skrull? Like, what? I'm so like twisted on this whole entire show, bro. It's so crazy.
I mean, even Rhodey. Rhodey's there.
Rhodey. I don't trust Rhodey. I don't trust like any character you see. Which
is really good, man. That's really good. So
good storytelling
because it definitely keeps us engaged. I'm definitely hype about next week. Like I'm not like oh man, like I'm not gonna watch it as a chore. I'm like excited to watch it. Like you know what I mean?
Like how Miss Marvel was. Like Miss Marvel was kind of a chore to like watch through.
Like this is on like this. Some people are gonna hate on me, whatever. But like this is on point. On track to be a WandaVision Loki type vibe. Yeah,
I think it will be one of the better shows. What's sad about it to me though is I feel like the Marvel hype has kind of like died down. A lot of people are not over Marvel, but they're kind of like let me know when there's a good show. Like they're not going to tune into every single thing, and so I feel like not a lot of people are going to tune into this, and especially because it's not like your typical like superheroes fighting. It's more ground level, you know, it's more grounded. So I feel like it's not very eye-catching to a lot of people, where people are going to be like, oh, let me go see Secret Invasion. But for the people who are actually watching it, dude, what a treat. Like it's like on some Winter Soldier shit, like where it's like Winter Soldier was so good, you know. Go.
No. You talk about Winter Soldier, like that's cool.
Winter Soldier was one of the better MCU movies.
Everybody knows
that's like top 5.
You know, but it's all right. But yeah, I me personally like y'all know, everybody who watches this, all you people, you know, 95 or 96 of you guys now, you guys know that I'm about connection, and this is about to connect us so much, even though it might not be a main story, but like we gonna find some interconnections with some of this, and it's gonna be also gonna be a real cool treat when because I know it's gonna be a Skrull impersonating someone, and then at the end of the day or whatever in the next becoming movies or shows, they're gonna talk about it, and that's gonna be a cool thing to hear. Like sure. It's like, yo, we fought, and it's like we didn't fight. Like you know what I mean? Like that's gonna be a cool thing to see. Like when it pops up later and down in the future. Yeah,
that's true. And that's what that's to bring up the connection thing. I think like one thing that I always think about is in the Marvel universe, the blip was such a major thing when Thanos snapped everybody away. Some people call it the snap, some people call it the blip. When that happened, that was such a big moment in the whole cinematic universe for this universe, right? Yeah. And a lot of times like they don't address it, you know? Mm-hmm. And when they do, it's so cool. Like in WandaVision, when they show what's her name? The Spectrum, the new chick, the black chick who's like the new Captain Marvel chick.
Monica
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
So when they show her like coming back from the blip, remember, and she like comes like her particles come back together, and it's like and everything's like freaking out. Like that was cool.
Oh, so you know it's crazy. The shows do that a lot.
Yeah.
Not like
the movies or anything. Yeah, like, the movies haven't really.
Yeah,
but
because if you
in
think
Spider-Man,
about,
they talked about it a little bit. But
I guess Black Widow did it because Angela
Bassett did the thing.
No, not Angela. Black Widow's sister. She came back and she was in the room.
But that was even in the show. That wasn't in the Black Widow movie. That was in Hawkeye, wasn't it?
Oh,
that was in Hawkeye.
Oh, okay. So
remember,
yeah.
so it is the shows that are like that are addressing it, and that's what we want to see. Like, I want to know, like, you can't have such a major event and then things happen after it, and then it's just like we don't talk about it. That's why people are pissed about Eternals, right? Because in Eternals, a fucking Eternal popped out of the fucking earth, and no one's talked about it yet. Dude, like, well, how is no one talking about this yet? You know, like that's one of the things which I hope they address in this show. I really hope they address that in this show because that's like one of the. Like, there's a fucking Eternal head sticking out of the earth somewhere.
No, Celestial.
Celestial, yeah. And it's like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like,
they definitely won't talk about that though.
They might. Hopefully,
I don't think so. Because I mean, it's about.
It is. Yeah, it is a more grounded stuff.
What would be sick? See, look, man, bring in the Eternals in this show. Bring in, have the Skrulls take their powers. That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
But like the thing is like Nick Fury is Nick Fury. So it's like, all right. Like Nick Fury's smart, like he's very tactical. He's a ops guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if Gravik or any of the other Skrulls take like the major superhero powers, bro, somebody else has to come up and help him.
Oh yeah,
like there's no way he can do it himself.
Oh yeah,
especially with Maria, what's her name?
Yeah, Maria Hill gone,
and then Talos is cool, and Gaia can help too. But like, bro, if somebody takes the Hulk's powers, bro, like, come on, dog. Like,
I literally, before you even said that, I was thinking about it. I didn't say it, but I was like, man, like, imagine if they take the Hulk's power. Like, imagine if they take the Hulk, and then like it's like the Hulk versus the Red Hulk. Like, do we like? Oh, I need that. I need that fight.
So, but also what I'm thinking now off of the breakdown is Ross's ex could be up in this thing, and then the ground level superheroes. So maybe Captain America will come and help.
Well, that's what
or Bucky. Like
that's what he pointed out in this in the breakdown. Shout out to Eric Voss, New Rockstars. In the breakdown, they were talking about that it's very possible that Vanessa or Valentina De Fontaine or whatever her name is, the one who's like putting together the Thunderbolts right now, that she can be a Skrull, and that she might be creating her own superhero team, but it's the Skrulls really running all that shit. Like technically everything could just, I mean, they're making it seem at this point that like everything that we know, like all the political people, like things like are all Skrulls, man. Like everything is Skrulls, and that's, you know, what's funny.
Wait.
Go.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead. Say.
No, I was just gonna say, like in the beginning of the episode, they show the guy like who's like freaking out. And he has all this stuff on the board, and they made the reference to like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Charlie's like freaking out about Pepe Sylvia and stuff. And like, but that's how I feel right now. I literally after watching that, I'm like, I feel crazy right now. I feel like, dude, that could be, and I'm like pointing shit together. Like I feel like a maniac right now.
I was gonna say, because New Rockstars, shout out to Eric Voss. He mentioned that like the political powers can be like Skrulls, and in my eyes, I'm like I can't see it only because they're sitting there like trying to figure out their civilization. If they have political powers, like they'll be in a better situation than they already are.
Yeah,
like, and Gravik would be on some like in there with them. So I don't think political powers like important people would be Skrulls. Like Skrulls. So like the president is not Skrull. Like Rhodey might not be a Skrull. Like maybe like people are trying to get to be up there. Like I don't know, but
But they could technically just like they literally could just take like I mean think about how easy it would be like for them to just take a president and just like become the like they can take their security details, like they can. A president has like Secret Service, right? Mm-hmm. They can clone themselves into the Secret Service people and take them out, replace themselves with the Secret Service, get close to the president. All of the Secret Service could be Skrulls, and the next thing you know, like they just switch out the president real quick, and then boom, like they're in power.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it'd be that easy though. I feel like it's not that easy. Because when you got Rhodey, like somebody
but I don't even. I'm not even convinced that Rhodey is, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Anything that I'm thinking is like, well, yeah, this person could help. I'm so convinced right now that I don't know anything about anyone. I'm so like just thrown off by this whole show, bro. And that's
maybe it's not even Earth.
Maybe
it's not even 616.
Dude, we're watching it. This is actually a DC show. It's DC Comics. This ain't even Marvel. So I question everything, bro. I'm like, am I even alive? Am I real? Like, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, that's funny.
But that's what's crazy. That's what's so good about this show, and that's why I guess like after watching the first episode, I wasn't as hyped as I was until I watched that breakdown right now. Because I didn't watch that breakdown.
Yeah.
I watched the episode and I was like, damn, that was really good. But after like watching the breakdown and now talking to you about it, I'm like, damn, like the implications of this show and just everything that's coming along with it's pretty fucking wild, man.
Yeah, I mean, when I first watched it, I mean, it wasn't slow, but I was just like, man, like it's cool. And then Maria, spoiler, Maria died, and then she was in a scroll, and I was like, oh. Damn. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I don't know what to believe anymore. Because what I was thinking, I was like, okay, this is when I first got there. I was like, okay, like when it first started, I was like, Ross is in here. Okay, dang, Ross is not a scroll for sure. The whole monologue thing that they did, and
that opening scene,
and the opening scene, and then I was like, oh, Ross might be it, and then he was, and I was like, oh shoot, he's definitely one, and then he jumps whatever, and I'm like, okay, who's this dude chasing him if he's a scroll? Like, who's that guy? And then I'm like, wait, hold on, Maria's coming, is she a scroll too?
Yeah,
like so, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking like, oh shoot, because like I said, when it started off, I was like, but then when I started to get into it,
the guy chasing him was a scroll, and I thought it really was Everett Ross. I thought it was Ross, and I was like, oh, he's like getting away, like. Dude, I'm so thrown off by the show.
That's
everything you think is like happening, it switches like this, and then you're like, wait, and then it's like boom this way, and then it's like, dude.
That's what I'm saying. When the dude attacked him, I forget his name.
Oh, the like the very the first guy.
That dude attacked him, and I'm like, oh shoot, like is Ross a scroll? And then he goes and Ross wins, and I'm like, okay, he might be a scroll, but that dude didn't turn into a scroll.
Yeah.
So he runs, and I'm like, all right. Like I was thinking, like you, like, oh man, like he might not be.
But I thought the guy chasing him was the scroll.
And then the other dude, yeah.
I thought like, oh, he's on something.
So it is to tell you, like it's trippy. Like at first, I wasn't rocking. I would say I wasn't rocking with it. It was just like, okay, this is all right.
It's definitely fucking with my mind.
But now I'm like, oh, okay, what's happening next? Which is crazy. And on top of all of this, Daenerys is in it. And she's fire. She still looks good. So, I suggest everybody watch it, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens next. I know we got 6 episodes, so we got 6 weeks of this.
Yeah.
So
I think like, dude, I just keep thinking about like the actor who plays Gravik. Have you seen him before?
No, I've never seen him.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good. Yeah,
he's really good.
He's good. He scares me. I'm like, oh shoot.
And that's what. Okay.
This nigga, he's like, this nigga ready now. Yeah, okay. Like, oh shoot.
Okay, and that's what we've talked about. We've talked about that before. We like in all these movies, like Kang. When we saw Kang, we're like, damn, that's a scary villain. Like there's different villains who are actually like, damn, that would be really fucking scary to have that villain in real life.
Shout out to
these scroll villains.
Shout out to Disney because the mermaid. Melissa McCarthy. She was pretty scary.
When she turned into a giant fucking kraken and shit, that shit was scary.
Yeah, scary.
But the scrolls, like when you really think about it, they might be the scariest villains there are because you don't know who they are at any moment.
Yeah,
it's not like you like at least Kang. It's Kang.
Yeah,
what I mean. If Thanos, it's Thanos. Like but these could be anyone at any time. And then the fact that like that ending scene. Okay, that's another thing I want to point out too, that I thought was really interesting, and I thought it was really cool. That even made it more scary was the whole thing is like they're trying to stop this like bomb plant. Like they've been doing terrorist acts throughout the world, right? To kind of like stir like make a war between humans to kind of like take the humans out, like let the humans take each other out while they kind of like plot and do all their shit to take over, right? So the one thing that they pointed out is that they're not affected by radiation. And I thought that was really cool, a really cool detail, because they're hiding in fucking a nuclear plant, an abandoned nuclear plant, which humans can't go to. So that's already like they already have the upper hand like that. But what was really cool, and I think that they didn't point it out in the breakdown, but I caught it and I thought that it was sick, was when at the end when Gravik, like he's walking and he's like he goes and he like looks at Nick Fury and he just pushes the bomb, like he didn't even flinch, bro. He like, and everyone else like blew up and died, and that was crazy too, because like a lot of people died. That was crazy. Like they literally blew up a bomb in the middle of all this crowd,
that's crazy.
And so many people died. It would have been crazier if it was like rated R and you saw like bodies and shit. But
I mean, you saw a body fly.
You did see bodies fly, but I wanted to see like a body with no leg, like fly through the air. You know,
This thing is violent.
I wanted to see like someone's head just fly off the fucking. But that was crazy because that bomb, I'm assuming it emits radiation too, so anybody in that vicinity was probably affected by it, and he wasn't even phased. He's just like, I'm gonna blow up a bomb right behind me. It doesn't affect him. That radiation from the bomb, nothing.
And
like,
he had no emotion,
no remorse, just fucking right there, and like that's scary. Even when he was like sitting in the cafe and he was just like putting the sugar cubes in, and the guy's like telling him like Nick Fury's on Earth, and he's like, like he wasn't even phased. Like he was just like, all right, what is he gonna do? And that's something that he pointed out too, that they were watching Nick Fury the whole time, and that he was walking slow and it wasn't even phased by Nick Fury because he's so deep in his plan already that there's nothing Nick Fury can do to stop it at this point, you know? So that was crazy too. So I don't know, man. This show is a fucking trip. I highly recommend getting into it if you haven't started watching it, especially if you're an MCU fan.
So you're not gonna miss out.
And we're gonna be talking about this every week. So for at least the next 6 weeks.
Yeah, no, for real. And I honestly, man, I think this is a perfect setup for whatever's happening next. Obviously, what's happening next is Loki,
which I'm sure will be its own thing because Loki's kind of off planet in his own little. He's not even off planet. He's off timeline. You know what I mean? He's like he's in his own world doing his own thing. So I'm sure it won't have anything to do with the Skrulls, but definitely the Marvels, that has to, I mean, Captain Marvel had the Skrulls introduced. This has Nick Fury, and then also the Marvels has Nick Fury. So I feel like whatever happens in this is directly going to affect.
I really hope Nick Fury's not a Skrull, because then he could just be a Skrull. Or what you just said, he might not even be on World. Yeah. And he's up there at the Saber thing.
Yeah. Because in the trailer for the Marvels...
But why would they do that, though? Why are they bombing, and it wouldn't make any sense that they're bombing and he did that to Nick Fury?
Okay, and...
It's got to be Nick Fury.
Or what if...
Or what if it's a clone, like you said? A
clone, yeah. Or...
Because what movie, what comic is that?
In all of them, he always fucking dies, and then he just comes back.
So maybe
it's never really him that dies.
Maybe this is one of them times.
What I'm thinking, though, is what you just made me think of is... Okay, what if Nick Fury, he's up on Saber, right? Uh-huh. He's with all the Skrulls. If the Skrulls are able to take someone's mind and someone's thing, what if like he sent like a Skrull and he's like, clone me, take my mind, and then it's like me being there, right?
Yeah.
But it's not really him. So he has all of Nick Fury's knowledge up to this point of time. It's like me like telling a Skrull like, all right, cool, like clone me and take my mind, and then you go do it. It's just as if I was there. Yeah. But it's not. So what makes me think that is when he saw Talos, right? When they first saw each other, they embraced each other by putting their heads like that, which is a Skrull greeting.
Ooh.
So what if that was that? So
this man is cooking.
That's how I'm seeing. And they set it up. They put it there. So that the whole time, this whole thing.
Because we've never seen him do that.
Yeah, and why would he do that?
I'm not weirded out, but I was just like, why did they do that? Why did they do that?
Which I knew it was a Skrull thing, but I thought it was just Nick Fury, because like Nick Fury spent so much time with the Skrulls that maybe he was just like, oh, like that's his way of greeting Talos. But what if Talos knows like that this is a Skrull version of Nick Fury, and so like so Nick Fury is still the real Nick Fury is probably still on Saber, but this version of Nick Fury that is here to help is the
that
clone.
Would be crazy.
That'd be crazy. And that was the hint right there, was when they touch heads, like that's only something Skrulls do to each other. Not even if Nick Fury maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's just that Nick Fury has spent so much time with them that he's like knows their culture. It's just like if you were to meet someone in a different culture and you spend so much time with them, you might do their greeting to do it, like to be a part of that, like you're embraced as one of them. But what if it's
that'd be dope.
Because if there was one thing I know about Nick Fury, and he's always 2 steps ahead, And not only is he always 2 steps ahead, but he always has clones of himself, or like has different versions of himself that he never dies. Like you always think that Nick Fury is gonna die, or like in the comics, like he gets shot, he gets killed, and then it's like, oh, that was a clone of him. Oh, that was a robot version of him. Oh, that was a holographic version of him. Like he's never there. He's never actually there. He's always safe somewhere else, and he sends like versions of himself. Yeah. So I'm assuming that there has to be. If they're sticking to like how Nick Fury is in the comics,
that would be dope, and it also give because if you do it that way, like I still don't know how this would end. You know what I mean? Like I said, which would be cool. Either way, I don't know how. Like I have no, and I think that's how I love. That's why I love movies and shows, because I cannot predict what's about to happen right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
That's how you know a good show. That's why Transformers fucking sucked, because I knew exactly what was gonna happen the whole entire time. As soon as the movie started, I was like, okay, yeah, yep, okay, that's happening. Oh, yep, okay, his brother's sick. Okay, yeah, they're gonna save the world. Like, you know, it's like when you think like. That's why Infinity War was so good, right? Is because
they lost.
Yeah. That was the first time you ever because the good guys always win at the end of the movie. So you're always like, yeah, they're gonna win. And when they lost and the movie ended, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
That's why that movie. Everybody always is like, oh, Infinity War, Endgame. Like when you talk about casual Marvel fans or real Marvel fans, like diehard Marvel fans, they always talk about Infinity War or Endgame. Well, I'm gonna say Endgame. I'll just say Infinity War because I feel like that was a bigger one. But like Endgame became a bigger movie because Infinity War was so unpredictable. Yeah. I was in the movie theater like, yo, this is not over. There's no way this is over. Yeah. And like it was over.
Yeah, and they didn't even do an end credit scene on that one.
Yeah,
I think.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like that. I remember that vaguely because I'm like sitting there like, no way. Somebody's gonna come back and win. And that. Just that situation and how people like were so in awe of like the unpredictability of it, like. People went to go see Endgame, and Endgame was the biggest movie. Yeah. So it's like I hope. I'm not saying I think. I hope that this is on that same level of super unpredictability, where something happens at the end where you're like, no. That way, everybody be like, okay, we're back in Marvel. We're waiting for Miss Marvels, which would be a perfect thing for Marvel to do for marketing, because that's the same thing that happened in Infinity War. Infinity War happened, and Endgame was the biggest movie of, I think, was it of
all? I mean,
is it all time?
It was the biggest movie of all time. I think Avatar passed it again. Avatar was number 1, and then Endgame passed it, and then I think Avatar passed it again or something. Maybe the second Avatar passed it or something.
Okay, but yeah, if Marvel was smart, that would be a perfect thing to do, because definitely you'll drop this and then you'll have people waiting during Loki, which Loki is a phenomenal series. So
everyone's gonna tune into Loki.
Yeah, and then you'll have the casuals tune in because they're like, oh, what happened? Like, you know what I mean? And then
But that's what I think is I think Marvel needs people like us for this show, because I think their casuals aren't gonna watch this show. Like a lot of people aren't gonna watch this show. They're not gonna tune in. But when people like see how excited like people like us are about it, and we're like, dude, this show. If you're a Marvel fan and you're trying to follow this whole storyline of everything that happens, I think this is a very, very important like story that's gonna happen right now with this show. And if you think about it, like they've been hyping this up for a long time. Like it's been a long like running promotion and a long like. The thing is, I think it just doesn't catch people because it seems just like your very typical like spy show or something, like a spy movie, which is like it's been overdone. But I think because it's not like you're not seeing Captain America, you're not seeing Iron Man, you're not seeing like these characters that we all love, right? It seems like just normal people. So I think it's not going to draw in as many eyes. But when you start, I think as this show starts going on, I feel like people are going to start tuning in. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be as big as like people are talking about it like Game of Thrones or something, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, I really hope it gets its just dues, because I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those top fucking Marvel shows, and it's going to really change a lot of shit in Marvel. And this is the fucking Marvel thing we've been waiting for, bro. This is what we've been waiting for. Yeah.
So like, I'm thinking they're gonna be graphics gonna be a big bad with our boy Kang. Shout out to Jonathan Majors. His trial goes until August.
Well, funny you point that out.
His trial goes until August.
Good segue. Yeah. So Jonathan Major watch. John, we need like little like how like Danny Brown had that thing where it's like white people shit, and then like, we need like a little segment where it's Jonathan Majors shit, you know. So Jonathan Majors, our used to be guy, our guy who was not our guy anymore. He's in limbo. He's in limbo.
I just got ate up in the comments. He was going to court with Megan Good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And I was like, in the comments, I said, man, I really don't think he did it. I really hope he didn't do it. But if he did, I hope he gets like every consequences. But I really don't think he did, and I really hope he don't do it. He didn't do it, dude. They ate me up in the comments, dude. Yeah, like girls was like, it's funny how men condone violence. I'm like, I didn't condone violence. I feel like he didn't do it. I hope he didn't do it. But if he did do it, he deserves the consequences. I did not condone violence. I hope and I pray that he didn't do it because I really like the dude. Like I like him as an actor. Yeah. He's a dope from the outside looking in, he's a dope human. Like,
I mean, we were really high on him until that shit came out. So that sucked.
So he went to a court date. I don't know what is going on, but like it says it's going to trial. Which
so his trial got. So what happened is they tried to put they were gonna have this trial, and Jonathan Majors' lawyers and stuff were trying to get it dismissed, but they ended up giving him a new trial date for August. So the trial's gonna continue in August. And what I heard, which is not looking good for our boy, unfortunately, is that because his lawyers were trying to get this dismissed this time, the fact that they pushed it back to August, they would have dismissed it and just been like, it's not worth our trial if they didn't have any evidence. But the fact that they pushed it to August is making people think that they have some sort of evidence or something that they can like put against them. So, cool. It's not looking good. And Megan Good,
So I think
she'll be on the market again.
I feel like Marvel might go in a different direction. Then
so funny you say that. Good segue again, right? So I just saw that the Kang Dynasty and those that's 2 movies, they got pushed back again. So, and I think that I didn't watch the thing, but I just saw it was today. They showed a little. I saw the thumbnail where it said it got pushed back again, and I think they're changing the name of Kang Dynasty. It's not going to be called Kang Dynasty anymore. I think they're going a different direction.
They're going, dang, my boy lost it, man.
So I think we're gonna.
Which is crazy because they could have just used our boy from Star Wars. They should just recast it.
John Boyega?
Nobody would have been cool. been sad about it. Yaya would have been crazy.
Yaya would have been dope.
Yaya would have been crazy, but Yaya would have been crazy. But yeah, either way, I mean, honestly, you could go to the Skrulls route. Like, have Gravik be the big bad, like Super Skrulls. What'd you say?
Super Skrulls, bro. Like,
you could go that route, and it'd be dope.
Well, Secret Wars, and Secret Invasion. That it's pretty, dude. I can see the path that they can pave, right? Like, I'm seeing in my mind where it's like the Secret Wars is essentially a big. Like Doctor Doom creates a battle world, and it's like all these superheroes, all these supervillains.
Did you see that?
What?
That they said, your boy. I sent it to you. Oh, we could put it on the screen actually because it's your boy. I sent it to you. Hold on. Do 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 do.
Ooh, okay.
So let's assume that the allegations against Jonathan Majors are all accurate, and they ultimately have to drop him as Kang the Conqueror. And say, for example, they decide to just rework the future of the MCU. Question everybody's asking is, what do they do now? Here's exactly what they do. So we know at the end of Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania that all the different variants of Kang, every single one, have all gathered together as part of the Council of Kangs. They're all in one location. So what do? You wipe them all out in one fell swoop. You destroy them all at one time. And when the question's asked, who in the world did this, we end up finding out it was a variant, some alternate reality version of Doctor Doom, who was pissed off because some variant of Kang destroyed all the superheroes on his world and almost killed him. And in retaliation, he destroys every single Kang, realizing he can seize control of the multiverse itself. And then the entirety of Secret Wars becomes a Doctor Doom story. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.
That's smart.
That's how
cool.
I was like, ooh, that'd be cool if they did that.
I mean, ultimately, the ultimate villain is Doctor Doom, and they're working their way to that. Eventually.
So he was gonna be past Kang.
Yeah, he's past Kang.
Oh, really? I thought Kang was the most powerful one.
Nah.
What is Doctor Doom then? You guys school me.
Doctor Doom is like the craziest fucking super villain of all time. Like he's just like crazy, bro. Like I told you, there's in one of the comics, he becomes God King Doom, and his powers are so powerful that he rips Thanos' spine out of his fucking body. And just vaporizes him like nothing, bro. He's fucking crazy. He's the most powerful villain there is.
What is his because that's my thing. I don't know about you guys, but like my thing is I want to know why they're doing it. So Thanos, I knew why he was doing it. Kang, I know why he's doing it. Like why is Dr. Doom kind of like
Dr. Doom is obsessed with power. His like thing is like he just wants to be the most powerful being of all time.
Okay.
And he just like he's obsessed with gaining more and more power, just like whatever he can do to get more power, taking people's power, doing whatever he could do to just get more and more powerful.
Okay.
And become like God essentially.
Yeah. And Dr. Doom is Fantastic Four's villain.
Yeah.
And come on now. Thor can handle that nigga, bro.
No, he cannot. Thor get pieced up by Dr. Doom.
What?
Yeah, I think so. If they do him right, we'll see what happens. But what I was gonna say though is if that's a good path they can go down. I like that. Or what they can do is Battle World is like this story where Dr. Doom like gets everybody together on a planet, makes them all fight villains and heroes. What they can do is start like basically start building up all the scrolls and the super scrolls, and then we have our heroes, and then it's a battle, which I think happens in the comics in Secret Invasion in the comics, is a battle of the superheroes versus the super scrolls, but it's all like Captain America versus Captain America, Spider-Man versus Spider-Man, like Hulk versus Hulk, but one is a scroll version and one is a like, so it's all of our heroes versus themselves, but scrolls.
Dang.
And that would be like the big battle at the end, right? Like it's like we lead up to like, damn, the scrolls are impersonating everyone we know, blah, 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 and we don't know who's real and who's not, and then eventually it's just this big battle between the scrolls versus the Avengers or whoever it is, all the superheroes.
I'll rock with that.
That'd be cool too.
I'll rock with that. Man, I don't have no idea.
Well, that's the thing.
We don't know where we're going.
Yeah, we don't know where we're going. Jonathan Majors kind of fucked everything up, honestly. So I mean,
don't date white girls.
I've been saying that.
Hey, I'm gonna look back at this with a white girl.
Wait, was his girlfriend white?
The girl that's accusing him. I mean, hold on, let me be PC.
Yeah.
The girl that allegedly said whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I don't know. Jonathan Majors, man, I had high hopes for you, but it does not look good. Hopefully you're innocent and your life can be good after this. But Marvel, we need to separate right now, bro, because we cannot wait till August for this, bro. I mean, I don't
either way, Marvel has to move on. And like, as much as it sucks and as much as I hate to say, because I was so excited about the Kang shit, it's hard. It's hard at this point for them.
Because it's like, bro, like he kind of messed. I don't say he, but like this is messing everything up.
And Namor's being accused of stuff too. So
I ain't really tripping on Namor though.
Yeah,
like I don't really care.
Yeah, like, Namor's not as big as a plot, like plot line.
But hopefully, I mean, I don't know if he did it, he did it. If he did it, hopefully he gets his innocence. But I'm not gonna cap. Like Namor was dope in Black Panther, but I wouldn't be sad if I didn't see him again.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm sad about Kang for sure because I was hyped
on the fucking like the council.
Loki Kang was one of the greatest freaking villains of all time.
Well, that's the thing too is they're still gonna have Loki season 2, and I saw announcements that they're not cutting his parts out of the Loki 2. So like they're keeping his parts in.
How are they gonna do that if they cut him though? I mean, they could do a whole. Like,
I'm sure they'll figure something out.
CGI kill them all. It'd be like one. It'd be like one. Like Fantastic Four. Dr. Doom just pulls up. It's like the beginning scene. He pulls up to that thing and just kills them everybody. All. And they're like, yeah, nah, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like the whole thing. Loki's like, dude, this is the biggest threat that we have, and then Dr. Doom shows up, like wipes them all out. And then Loki's like, oh, well, actually.
Yeah. What would be dope? I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing ideas in the air. It's like Fantastic Four, when they introduce Dr. Doom, is Ant-Man is there. And he's like, man, Kang is this, Kang is that, Kang is this. And they're like, okay, let's gear up to fight him. And then they all go to the stadium
about
thing.
To fight.
Yeah,
Kang.
and then that dude.
And Dr. Doom shows up.
He just, or I mean, what would probably have to happen is they wouldn't put what's his name? Jonathan Majors in it. So they go there, and Dr. Doom is there, but all the Kangs are dead already.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
like
they're like,
that would be great. That would be such a fucking dope scene. Is like everyone's gearing up to go battle them, and they get there, and just all of them are dead. Dude, that'd be fucking crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, that'd be crazy,
and then there's one variant that's in jail with Making Good. One of the variants.
Hey, that's a good one.
Every variant's dead, and then one variant, they're like, there's only one.
That's a good one. That's a good one, man.
But yeah. So we'll see what happens. I mean, the future of the MCU is kind of up in the air right now. We'll see what happens. But, I mean, I'm excited. It honestly sucks that we have to wait so long in between stuff because I'm so anxious to get the next thing. And that's what pisses me off.
But, I mean, we got six weeks of this.
Yeah. At least we have something going on right now. You know, that's which is cool. So I'm excited for that.
And then, honestly, because this is what 6 weeks. 6 weeks from now is late July. So it's late July, and then the trial happened right there.
August.
So hopefully we'll see.
Dude, you know what's gonna be funny is Loki 2 airing while fucking Jonathan Majors is on trial.
That'd be crazy. I don't think
that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad marketing for Disney. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't think they would do that.
So I don't know when we're gonna get Loki season 2.
It's like like you can't. Like I think the only way you could do it is. So let me go down this path real quick. So we got scenario 1. Jonathan Majors is going through trial August. You drop it. That's bad look. Number 1, that's bad. Scenario 2, he's innocent. You drop it after August. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. Number 3, you drop it. He's guilty. You can't drop it till like September, October, November. Like you gotta wait. You got to wait till it dies down because that's going to be crazy news all over the place.
I just don't know where it's going to place the storyline. I mean, like, to think that you have this storyline that you had that was probably going to be released before Secret Invasion. Then they already had to push it back. And then now the trial's getting put. I just don't know where it's going to put everything. It's like, I think they might do. The worst.
No, don't say it. Don't say it, bro.
If they end up having to cancel, I know. If they end up having to cancel the season,
no, hell no. It's crazy because Loki depends on Kang.
Yeah,
like you can't go any other direction besides Kang.
Yeah, I mean it's all set up for Kang. So like, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. We'll see. I would hate to be working for Disney in that fucking marketing fucking office right now, like trying to figure that shit out. That shit's fucking. Oh man, that's bad.
Man, that sucks, dude. Kevin Feige's probably punching the air. He's probably going through it right now, like
their whole fucking team, bro.
I'm sure. Nigga right here,
yeah, I know.
This nigga.
They're definitely not putting all their money on one guy again, for sure. That sucks.
I mean, they're doing it with Tom Holland.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
But even Tom Holland like is on his way out. You know, I feel like Tom Holland's he's already like overplaying Spider-Man, I think.
I mean, everybody has their thing.
Wait, by the way, did you see the memes? I guess there's a new show with Zendaya.
Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you. That's what I was talking about. Segue. So Zendaya is in a new movie. I forget what it's called, whatever. But she was being a little thotty in that movie.
Yeah.
And
all the memes that have come out are so funny.
And I was thinking in my head like, because we were just watching Jennifer Lawrence on the Hot Ones, and I was like, man. I don't know if I could date an actress, bro.
Yeah,
like imagine going to the movie theater. You're Tom Holland, and you have to go and watch your girl get.
We're not watching that movie. We're skipping that.
She has to go. She has to go to the thing. She has to go to the
okay,
to the
you
thing.
Go by yourself. you got friends. I'm sure. You got friends that want to go with you. I'm sure,
bro. That's crazy. Like your girl getting
it's part of the job.
Perfect example. What's old girl that just played the mermaid?
Haley.
Okay, so her sister, Chloe.
Yeah.
She was in like a movie, and she had a sex scene, like a wild sex scene, like a wild one. Like I seen it. It's it's called Swarm or something. Sworn or something like that.
Adding that to the list.
So, but the dude who was smacking, he was smacking like crazy. Like it was like I think he was hitting from the back, and it was like it was going crazy. So like imagine being her dude and watching that with her.
Yeah.
Like bro, or imagine like. You can't even imagine, but like imagine Kat is in a sex scene with some dude, and we all have to watch it.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like your homies have to watch it. Like, oh heck no, bro! Like I don't know if I could do that, man.
Yeah, that's
so. Whenever I blow up, I can't date an actress.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
I
probably
could.
why most. That's what I was saying when we were watching the Jennifer Lawrence episode of Hot Ones. I was saying like I feel like a lot of actresses and actors usually don't date other actors. They usually date like writers or producers or like people in the industry, but not on screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I mean, it's definitely interesting. Okay, one other thing I really wanted to talk about, and I don't know if you saw it. I'm hoping you saw it, but did you see the Kraven trailer?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks crazy. That looks wild.
Okay, yes. So, Sony, they have their own little Spider-Verse that they're doing, which is, it's been kind of whack. Venom 2.
Venom's good. I like Venom.
It's good, but
Morbius
it's not like
is poop.
Morbius was. The thing is, okay, someone pointed out the other day that I thought was like really good. Someone said, "Oh, you must not like B-list movies," and I thought about that. And I was like, yeah, like there's some movies that aren't gonna be your blockbuster, like it's not Endgame, but that doesn't mean it's a terrible movie. It's good for what it is, right? Like Venom, it's not. I think people expected it to be like Venom, but it's still a good movie, but it's not like mind blowing. But it's still a good movie. Same thing with Morbius. Like Morbius, like I liked it, I enjoyed it, I had a fun ride, but it wasn't something that's like epic that it was like one of the best movies ever. Same thing with like Transformers. Like I joke around and say it sucked. It wasn't a terrible movie. It was still a fun ride. It was good for what it is. But I think people put higher expectations on things like that. So it's like that B-list movie kind of thing, right? It's like it's not expected to be an A-list movie.
Yeah.
But Sony, they're doing their own thing with this whole Spider-Verse. They're making a Spider, like all the villains of Spider-Man, they have the rights to Spider-Man and all the villains, so they're making their own stuff. So they're doing a movie with one of Spider-Man's villains, Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter, in the comics, he's just like a really fucking he's like a big game hunter. He's obsessed with fucking hunting Spider-Man is like his ultimate like goal to like get. He's like a trophy hunter, so he wants to fight, like get like big game, and he wants to hunt the biggest, powerful, most like craziest things. And this movie, at first, I was not excited about it because I know what Sony's done. Sony's kind of fucked up all the movies that I was excited about. Venom, Carnage is one of my favorite fucking. I have Carnage right there. I have Venom and Carnage right behind you. Yeah. Carnage is one of my favorite characters ever. He's so fucking evil and crazy and scary, and they kind of like, I was like, it was cool.
What's
it was
the name
cool.
Did a good job, bro.
Yeah, but not as good as it could have been. Like my point being, and what I'm getting to is that what they did finally figured it out is by making this movie rated R, bro. Venom should have been rated R. Carnage should have been like rated R.
Carnage wasn't rated R?
No, it wasn't. Oh. They didn't really show like deaths like that. And the fact that they're not associated with Disney, like they can easily go rated R and like make it super gory. And Carnage is the one to go gory with, bro. Like he's like a blood symbiote that like goes into your fucking blood and he'll rip your fucking body apart. Like like he's crazy. He's so scary. So that's what I hated about those movies, because I'm like, damn, they could have went so much harder. Well, this was it. I've been waiting for this moment.
Okay.
Fucking Kraven the Hunter, super gory, rated R, fucking murdering people with bear traps, fucking biting people's faces off. Like,
yeah, that nose bite, I was like,
yeah, that was wild.
I was like, yo, that was kind of crazy when he bit that dude's nose off.
Yeah, and Anthony Taylor Johnson, or is it Anthony Taylor Johnson, or is it?
I don't know his name.
Anthony Taylor.
He's a dope actor, though.
He's a great actor. Yeah. And I really like him. In Bullet Train, he was fucking amazing, and obviously as Quicksilver, he was amazing. Like he's such a good actor, and he's like, I feel like he's really in his prime now, like where he's like Quicksilver, like in Age of Ultron, like he was good, but it wasn't like you could tell he was like not like he didn't really get to shine as an actor. I think Bullet Train was the one that made me like be like, damn, he's a really fucking good actor, you know?
Yeah.
And now,
I mean, he had a really good supporting cast too.
He did, yeah. It was a really good movie overall.
But this is just him, so we'll see.
Yeah, so this is, but it looks fucking dope, bro. It looks really sick. I was really hyped about it because
I'm not gonna cap, I didn't see any other stars in that movie. In the trailer.
Well, the girl who's playing Calypso, which is like his love interest in the movie, it's the girl. I gotta find this clip. I don't know where my phone's at, but let me see if I can find this clip. Have you seen? But that's why the Angela Bassett did a thing.
Yeah,
you ever seen that?
I heard about it.
Have you never seen it?
It's like a SNL clip, no?
No, it's not an SNL clip. It's a real fucking thing, bro. This girl. So the girl who's playing Calypso. I forgot her name, but she's
this girl that said that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's the girl who says it.
Is it after she like lost or something?
Angela Bassett did.
Is she like after she lost an award or something?
No, so this was an award show performance. It was the BAFTA Awards, which is like I guess like the performance art stuff. I don't know, but basically she's like the host, and she did like it's for musicals, I think, for like Broadway.
Okay.
And she performed, and it was bad, bro. It was really bad. And so like, let me see if I can pull it up right here.
That's
So this is the girl, but watch, you have to get the full. This is only 2 minutes, bro.
Is this like a?
She's like hosting an award show. This is like her hosting an award show.
But I'm saying, is it like a what you call it though? Like, is it like a spoof or a parody?
No, it's supposed to be real. Like this is supposed to be taken serious.
That doesn't sound good.
I know it doesn't.
The category is Outstanding Debut. Charlotte Wells, we love After Sun. Georgia Helene, Blue Jeans, The One. Elena, Maya, the teamwork's grand. Good luck to you, Katie Brand. Electric Melodies, Marie, girl, what a slay. Sandy Powell without fellowship. Costume queen, can you fix this zip? All the ladies in the room, supporting and leading, all here I presume. Hong Chow, Dolly
that's
D.
bad.
Carrie and Carrie with the C. Dame Emma, I'm so fond. Anna girl, you were great and blonde. Danielle D, you broke my heart. Michelle, I've loved you from the start. Angela Bassett did the thing. Viola Davis, my woman king. Blanche Kate, you're a genius. And Jamie Lee, Michelle, I've loved you from the start. Angela Bassett did the thing. Viola Davis, my woman king.
That sounds like a cracked out Nicki Minaj.
Like it's so bad. Like she's performing, she's like out of breath.
Yes,
she's
yeah,
like
that's what
behind she's behind the music.
Yeah.
Like she's like out of breath, and then
And
that part.
don't get me wrong, bro. I've been out of breath, but I know how to control it.
Yeah, but that Angela Bassett did the thing. Like it's so bad. And what's funny about this movie is every breakdown I've seen of all of, like literally after the Kraven trailer came out, I watched a bunch of breakdowns on it because like I know Kraven, but I don't know Kraven that well. So I wanted to watch the breakdowns and see like what everything's happening. And every time they brought up that actress, they played that little clip. Angela Bassett did the thing. Like every single breakdown, I watched like 3 or 4 breakdowns, bro. I'm telling you. So yeah, so she's in that movie. I don't know who she is.
She does better than that.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
That was a little cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me and Kat.
You can see the people like in the crowd, like
they're not even like the crowd's not even into it. She's like naming all the people like they're not Kat. Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad.
That's tough.
When that first came out, me and Kat probably watched that clip 1,000 times, and we said Angela Bassett did the thing every single week.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
it's gonna be good,
I'm not like
bro.
crazy excited for it though. Like I'm just like kind of like, all right, I want to see it.
The one thing that so there's things that I like about it. There's things that I don't. One thing, the whole like Kraven's origin kind of thing. Like Sony always likes to mess things. Like they think that they're doing like a different take on something, but it's really kind of like really like this whole thing where like Kraven's like he's like strong and stuff in the comic books, but he doesn't have like powers like that, right? But in this one, he like gets attacked by a lion and the blood from the lion goes in him and turns him into like he's able to communicate with animals and stuff. And it's like, bro,
is that not how you did it?
Nah, Kraven's never like he doesn't communicate with animals. Like he's like looking like through the eye of a hawk as it's flying and he's like able to see stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's not that's not his powers.
You know what's gonna be cool? Because like I said, I don't read the comics.
Yeah.
What's gonna be cool is they both come out at the same time.
Whoa,
so I get to see the video game depict him.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
The video game's
cool.
gonna fucking kill it.
Which is gonna be cool because if I see the movie and it's like whatever, I know for a fact it's just what it is, man. Like I don't know why the video games just go off like that. Like I've played Spider-Man and I've played Miles Morales, so I know for a fact.
Yeah, the storyline's gonna be really fucking good.
So I'm excited to see what they do with it. Obviously, I could definitely watch the comic or read the comic, but like I'm a visual learner.
I mean, there's one like comic where basically like like Kraven like just pretends to be like the Black Spider-Man and puts the suit on and then he buries Spider-Man alive. Like it's some crazy shit. Like he's a psychopath, bro. He's really fucking crazy. So if they do him right, it's they can really do.
Do you think? I mean, they're probably
they're gonna end up making him a fucking hero. He's gonna be anti-hero just like every other fucking, like just like Venom.
I was gonna say, do you think Spider-Man pop out?
Maybe it's possible. They own the rights to him, so it's very possible that they can have Spider-Man. I mean, they literally have a Spider-Verse without a Spider-Man. Like, it's dumb.
Or
Miles Morales.
they introduce live action.
They might not in this movie, but they might. Madam Web probably.
Oh yeah, because she has the next movie, right?
And in Madam Web, because she's also like a spider. They're building this little Spider-Verse. I heard that I hate to say Sydney Sweeney. I was gonna say big titty chick, but Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria. We talked about it before, but she got cast. We talked about it in the Spider-Man podcast. But she got cast as Spider-Woman. So so they'll at least have a Spider-Woman, if anything. But we'll see what happens with the live action Spider-Man for the Sonyverse. They have to bring in Tom. I mean, they have. I think they're contracted with Tom Holland. They're contracted with Tom Holland, so they can technically like.
You're gonna have to pay that man, though.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay that man a lot to probably pull up on something that he don't think is cool.
They're gonna hope these Spider-Man 2 sales coming through because they're gonna use that money to pay that motherfucker. But yeah, so I'm excited. But like another I didn't like how they kind of made his powers and stuff, but I do love how gory it is. I do love how fucking crazy he is and like how he's just fucking murdering people like left and right. And my favorite thing, my favorite superhero or my favorite Spider-Man villain is the Rhino. And the Rhino is so sick. He's my favorite villain.
They didn't show him.
They show his arm.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
So do you think he's gonna be big?
I hope so. They better not do like what they did for Batman with fucking Bane, because I love Bane. Like, I always like the characters.
Don't see. This is where we disagree, because I really liked how they did Bane in Dark Knight.
I was born in the darkness. Like, come on, bro. You don't even talk like that, man. Like, he's Mexican and shit. Like I was born in the darkness. You sound like a clown, bro. I was born in the darkness.
Yeah,
dude, so stupid, bro.
That is funny. I liked him, man. I liked him.
Weak as fuck, bro. Little ass. Like, you can't get a 5'4" guy to play Bane, bro. Like, get a fucking 6'5" monster, man. Like, Bane is supposed to be a monster. But
nobody. That's what I'm saying. There's nobody that big. Even Marvel messed up with
I just saw someone
with
get
Kingpin. Like, you can't get somebody that big without doing it all CGI.
Yeah. William D'Onofrio, who plays a good Kingpin, but Kingpin is supposed to be huge too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't get somebody that big.
But I always like it's pause on this. I like when animals or like monsters or characters are really like the big strong characters. Like, I like gorillas. I like whales. Like, things that are just like so big that you're like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. That's why I like the Hulk. The Hulk is like fucking 8 feet tall monster. I always like that. Bane is like a big ass monster. The Rhino is fucking huge.
Didn't we talk about that though? When it comes to Hulk, like, it's very like the CGI is crazy.
Yeah.
So like some of these people probably don't got bread. Like the Hawkeye probably didn't have the bread to make him gigantic Hulk vibes or. This, I feel like Sony definitely don't have the bread.
In Hawkeye, they did a good job with Kingpin, because Kingpin, they made him look big and they made him look menacing, and like even in Kingpin, like at the end of Hawkeye, he gets shot in the face and it doesn't do anything. He gets blind in one eye for a little while. Like, you know what I mean? He gets shot point blank in the face and nothing happens to him. So like stuff like that, it's like I like that aspect of it. So hopefully they do the Rhino justice and make him just a big fucking hulking monster of a Rhino, and that'd be sick. They did see, like, there's one part where he's like, you're gonna see why they call me the Rhino, and you see his arm start changing. It's like I'm like, that's cool. That's really cool.
Who do you see the actor who's playing that?
But they said who the actor was, but I forgot what he is. But
we'll see. What is that? You said October?
I think so, October.
Okay.
I think so. That's gonna be really good. So I'm excited for that. Excited to see what happens. Also, real quick, speaking of like how much I love the Hulk, my guy right here, everywhere. Guess who just got the rights back for the Hulk? Marvel, baby.
Oh, really?
Yes, they finally got the rights back to the Hulk, and rumor is we're getting World War Hulk, Planet Hulk, a fucking World War Hulk movie, bro, where we get the fucking just a solo Hulk movie done the right way. Hulk fucks everybody up and just like wins the whole thing. That's all I care about.
The
ultimate solution is the Hulk.
This is the real.
I'm even drinking
test.
Green stuff for Hulk.
This is the real test for Dree, because I know Dree hates Mark Ruffalo.
I don't hate him.
So we will see how it pans out, because he really is smart Hulk right now. So he's already established himself as controlling the Hulk.
It's just he's so goofy and just like so like, dude, like Bruce Banner is so like the character of the Hulk is so cool. Bruce Banner is more interesting than the Hulk. Like, that's what's crazy. If you really know the Hulk and you really read the storyline and really know about the Hulk, Bruce Banner is the more interesting character. The Hulk is pretty basic when it comes down to it. He's big, he's strong. Bruce Banner's like, his journey and his mind, like his mind is fucked, like, from the Hulk, like bad, bro, like bad. Like, he has like split personalities where different Hulks inside of his brain. Like he's fucking crazy, and that's like. And he's very serious, and because he's like dealing with like real ass shit that no one else is dealing with internally. Like he's his own worst enemy, which is why I love the Hulk so much. Is like it's like a metaphor for like the ego, right? It's like your ego is like the Hulk, and like you're constantly battling yourself, and you're constantly battling the ego, and like the Hulk, you know. When the ego comes out, it's destructive, and it ruins relationships, and it ruins like your life, you know, just like the Hulk does. Like, so like that's the battle that's what's so interesting about the Hulk. So if they're able to do that with him, then Mark Ruffalo, all the praise. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it because he's a goofy ass motherfucker, and he makes him like even smart. Like, he's smart Hulk, but he's dumb. Like, you know what I mean? It's like how are you smart Hulk and you're still dumber than everybody else? Like, it don't even make sense. Like, it's just stupid, bro.
He helped build the time machine.
Barely, he fucked it up. He's like, time travel. I did it, guys. I put time through the person instead of you know. It's like, bro, like, why? You guys always have to fuck up my characters, man. Like, let him be. That's why Edward Norton's my favorite Hulk, or Bruce Banner, because he's like serious as fuck, and it's like that's how Bruce Banner should be. Like, he should be serious as fuck. Like, he doesn't joke around, bro. There's no joking around with this guy. Like, think about it. Like, anything could set him off and fucking destroy the world at any moment. You know, like, it's you got to be serious when it comes to that stuff. You can't fuck around.
Is that why Hulk is on Marvel Plus now? Disney Plus now?
That's why they added it back. So they just got the rights back. So now they added it to Disney Plus.
I was gonna watch it. I was
they added it to Disney Plus. So that's a good sign. That means that we're getting this much closer to me getting my Hulk movie. That because I don't care about anything else. If I get a Hulk movie, I could die happy after that. I've seen Jay-Z. I've seen Kanye West live. I've seen Drake. I've seen J. Cole. I just haven't seen the best Hulk movie yet, and that's
where
what I
would
need.
they put him? Where would they put it?
Towards the end, because we need Maestro. We need future Hulk, where like he's like the king of the world and like everyone's destroyed and it's just him. Like, we need like some great end of the story has to be end with the Hulk. Like, what?
Got you, bro.
Okay, spit. He's cooking something. He's cooking.
I got you, Dree. Mark Ruffalo is not gonna be the Hulk. Mark Ruffalo lives out this phase of Disney movies. The kid he just has is this Hulk.
Oh, Scott. Okay.
And he's pissed at his dad. He's angry. He doesn't know how to control his Hulk self. And that's what you create to be that Hulk that you want. Because he's pissed. His dad left him. Okay. His dad's saving the world and not kicking it with him. He's mad. You can't. I don't think you can restart the Hulk.
Hey, I got daddy issues too, bro. We can make that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can connect with this Hulk.
I don't think you can restart the Hulk. I think you let Hulk live out this, and then be old, and then his son becomes,
which actually will play pretty dope. Because what if this Hulk becomes the Maestro? Because the Maestro is like the Hulk in the future, where he's like old and he has like hair and he has like a long beard, and he's just like at the end of the world, just like, I'm the last living thing on Earth, because like, you know, like I just killed everybody, and basically like it's it. Like he's the Maestro. He's just at the end of the fucking world.
Kevin Feige, hit us up, bro.
I know, man. We're cooking over here. We're cooking ideas for you. We don't know what to do with Jonathan Majors. You know, leave us out of that conversation. But hey, everything else we'll help you out with. You know
I mean, we gave you a solution.
Yeah, we do have a solution.
We gave you a solution with Dr. Doom. But, well, not us.
Rob did. But shout out Rob for Comics Explained.
But yeah, man, that'll be sick. I would rock with that because it's like. I don't want to restart. I don't want to restart the Hulk.
Yeah, and me either.
And it would be dope to bring the sun in.
That's a really good solution. I like that. I'll give you props on that one. That's a good one. See, bro, we doing shit over here, man.
Shit.
But anyways, otherwise, I mean, excited for Kraven. Go watch the trailer if you haven't watched it. I wish we could show it on the podcast, but they'll strike us if we do that, or like cancel, like take the podcast down. But yeah, man, just everything is going on right now is pretty exciting. There's not too much else going on, like besides like Marvel stuff, you know, like that I'm excited about.
Yeah, I think what's the name comes out next? Blue Beetle.
Oh, Blue Beetle, yeah, that's gonna be dope.
When does that come out?
I don't know. I think I want to say
it
August.
comes out before
maybe July.
Before Oppenheimer or something
really?
like that.
Oh,
because I remember I'm going to the UK for Oppenheimer.
Oh,
but
okay.
I think Blue Beetle. Oh no, I think Blue Beetle's August.
I think it is August. We act like we don't have fucking Google right here, like we can't just look it up. But yeah, so we got some good stuff coming up. Obviously, we're gonna keep watching Secret Invasion. You guys should watch it along with us, and go on this journey with us.
August 18th.
Okay, so Blue Beetle is gonna be dope. But yeah, so go on this journey with us into the Secret Invasion. Be paranoid with us, because I'm paranoid as fuck now. I don't even trust my neighbors now. And I moved out of where I couldn't trust my before I really couldn't trust my neighbors in Long Beach. Well, actually, my neighbors are cool.
You should probably be more scared here.
Yeah, I should probably be scared over here. They're probably watching us right now. Fucking.
What did Daniel Kaluuya say in Get Out? I get a little nervous around white people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's funny because now that we moved, like when we're doing the podcast, like I see like me and Avery get hyped, and Avery's obviously louder than me. He's loud, but sometimes I see my neighbors like looking like that one time, like the neighbor looked out the window when you were yelling, and then even right now we were like talking loud. I saw my neighbors through the fence, and they looked back over here because they were looking at us. It's like, where the fuck is this talking from? So
we get the police called on us yet. So
we're good. But yeah, guys, please go watch all that stuff that we're talking about. Go on this Secret Invasion journey with us, because I'm paranoid as fuck and I'm super excited. I'm actually probably gonna watch the episode again. I want to rewatch it again just to relive it and because now that I watched the breakdown, I want to. It made me really get into it. I think I gotta watch it tonight, like late. That's one of those shows that you gotta watch like in the dark by yourself, like get you really involved, like into it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I could watch it during the daytime. I think that's like not a show to watch during the daytime. Like you gotta be really into it. I
watched it yesterday in the daytime. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you gotta watch it tonight.
I was trying to watch it.
I watched it at midnight.
Yeah, I was trying to watch it at midnight. I was hanging in there, but then I got sleepy and I was
in it, bro. I was in it.
But I watched it first thing when I woke up, though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so yeah, guys. Not too much going on. We are 4 subscribers away from 100 subscribers. So our next podcast, I'm pretty sure this podcast will bring us to our 100, and then we're gonna be doing the Hot Chip Challenge. So that's coming up, guys. Also, on a side note, I haven't done any promotion for it yet, and I've been wanting to. I'm gonna talk to Avery about the promotion and stuff, but I'm actually gonna be releasing a project on July 8th. So it's in a couple more weeks. It's not anything new. Essentially, I used to be Dre Vinci, and now I'm Adrian Blest. That Dre Vinci persona that I was living for so long. I came out with a lot of good music under that name, and I don't want it to just go away. So I'm going to be re-releasing a project, I'm going to release a project, which is a re-release of all my old music as Dre Vinci. The project is called Formerly Known as Dre Vinci, and it's going to be pretty much all my best songs as Dre Vinci, and so that way I can kind of like get a clean slate and start as Adrian Blest and start putting out new music, because I have some new music as Adrian Blest that I want to put out, but I don't want to just get rid of all that music. So I'm going to be putting out that project. I got to do some promotion and start getting people aware of it, but that's going to be coming out on July 8th. So now when I tell people to look up my music, they don't have to go to Dre Vinci knowing that my name is Adrian Blest.
Adrian Blest.
All right.
July 8th.
July 8th. So that's coming up soon. So look out for that. Hopefully I get some a second life on that music, because I didn't get as many streams as I should have, because your boy was slacking. But we're gonna get there. So
that's good.
So I got some news, some tracks on there, and some. Most of you probably haven't heard most of the tracks that are gonna be on there, and I got some stuff that's unreleased that I never released on there, released as Dre Vinci as well too. So that's gonna be cool. So that's coming out soon, and yeah, man, just keep following us. Keep following the podcast. We really appreciate you guys. We're so close to 100 subscribers, which is really fucking dope. Really excited, man. And yeah, keep sharing, keep liking. Like this podcast episode, help us with the algorithm. Subscribe, please subscribe. Tell your friends, share, do whatever you got to do. Comment, yes, comment, please. We like the comments. So yeah, and get engaged, and I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, man, we up there. We coming. We coming. I think in the next few weeks we're gonna be in a new studio.
Yeah, and Avery has merch out right now too. So if you guys want to get some above merch, Avery Harden merch. I don't know if
you can really see it right here.
Yeah, I'm sure they can see it in the thing. Yeah. But yeah, if Avery got some new merch, so
get some merch. It helps me. I'm about to go to UK and Europe, so buy this. So I'm going to UK and Europe in July 20th through the 28th. Mm-hmm. So get some merch to help your boy make the trip. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to go. Shout out to my boy High Res. We're gonna go crazy in the UK and Europe.
Where do they get the merch?
You get the merch at ABOVEonly.com. You know what I mean?
ABOVEonly.com, baby.
So yeah, man, we on the way.
We on the way. So be on the lookout for all that stuff, and we'll be back next week with another episode. But until then, guys, we appreciate you. This has been another episode of Above the Multiverse.
Peace.